that part's going to be tough. So I was just watching this video I haven't seen in 5 or so years, and I forgot how amazing it is. It's the Jimmy Herring Band doing a tune called Aberdeen. I always wanted to learn how to play this song, but 5 years ago there was just no way I would have been able to, and it also sort of slipped under the radar, and I forgot about it for a little while. But I think I can handle some of it now, and once I saw it on my feed, I thought maybe it's time for me to attempt to learn it. So I figured I'd set the cameras up and show you the process of how I do this sort of thing. Now what I mean by this sort of thing is learning a song mainly by ear or visually. This is something I like to do every once in a while to really practice with my ear training, and it's also much more productive than simply just looking up guitar tabs. Guitar tabs are great, don't get me wrong, but learning by ear is one of the most important attributes a guitar player can have. Even though I will be taking some of what he is playing visually, but most of it is coming from the ear. So during the course of me learning a part of his solo towards the end, it's really not that long, I'll give some tips that you can use so you can do this yourself. So let's jump in. So I'm going to start around the 408, 410 mark towards the end of the solo that I really like. I was going to try and learn the whole song, but I figured that would take up a lot of time, and it might take me an hour just to learn one single part, so I figured I'd break it down and just do the last part. So here is what I want to be learning. That part's going to be a little tricky, but I think I have some tricks that I might be able to figure that out. So it's about a minute or so. I'm going to take it up to that point. I might learn more depending how long it takes me just to get to this point. So let's get started with it. Now I'm also going to write down some tabs of what he's playing. So once I figure it out on the guitar, I'll break it down in sections. I'll write it down so I don't get lost later on. So let's start with the first part. So I think he just does a... Yeah, that's it. No, I missed that. I gotta go back. His bends are really unique, so it's kind of hard to sound exactly like him most of the time. I think that was it. Ooh, see, now that looked like he did something fancy. Let's see. What does he do with his pinky there? That's so cool. How I would approach that, I would just do an extra half bend. So I would do... But he does... It adds a whole different flair to it. That's really cool. It's so simple, but it's so hard. I like, this should be easy, but it's not. Is that again? I'm not going to spend too much time really delving deep in one lick if I'm having trouble with it. If I get the overall vibe of what the lick is doing, that's fine with me. So I'm not going to worry about perfection, really. All right, so let's move on to the other part. This is going to take longer than I thought. Nah, I'm just kidding. Oh, my mouse died. That's great. This thing, it never dies, and it dies when I make a video, of course. His bending work is incredible. Like, that sounds so good. I love that. I don't know what note he's hitting right in that one spot. So what I'm going to do is, here's another tip. If you go to settings on YouTube and go to playback speed, you can slow down the video and you could really get a closer look. So let's do that. Let's put that at 0.75. So I think he hits a bum note by accident, but it sounds good. So that might be hard to replicate. So he's mixing G major and G minor pentatonic blues together right there. So we have... Cool. So let's move on to the next lick that looks really hard to play. Yeah. Let's bring that down to 0.5. How does he come up with this stuff? Seriously, it's so good. How slow can I get this? So let me write down that part. He's mixing so many scales with that, and it's so hard to see what he's playing. I can't. I don't think I could even figure that out by ear. No way. I got that one. Woo! This, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, is a lot harder than I thought it would have been. This video is gonna be probably either really quick or really long, but I don't think I'm gonna do that much of this solo because this is tough. This is a lot harder than I thought it would have been. I think I got better with it. So I've been playing at the playback speed of 0.5. I'm going to bring it to 0.75 now. Start it from the beginning. I'm going to try and play as close as I can. I know it's not going to be perfect or note for note, and that's fine. I'm glad I got the overall idea across. I've definitely learned a lot of notes that I never would have played, or a lot of licks that I never would have played before. And that's what this is all about. So let's try and see how far I got. That wasn't that bad, I don't think. So let's move on to the next lick then. Here we go with another one. Yeah, so all the super fast licks, I just slow them down and figure it out visually. So let's bring it back to 0.75, and I'm going to try and play from the beginning, including that new part. Let's see where I'm at. So I'm going to try and learn the rest of this off camera. This definitely took a lot longer than I thought it would have taken me. But I definitely learned a lot of his cool licks, and I'm really glad I tried to do this. So the main takeaway of this video is pretty much just to try something new. Learn a song by ear, or in this case visually, because you're going to learn so much more than you would have thought if you simply just looked up guitar tabs. So some of the tips that I sort of went over, I didn't really stop and talk about some of them. The one was that you can slow down a video clip to really see and hear what they're doing if it's a really fast lick. The second thing is that it's really helpful to know what key it's in, because once you figure that out and you're familiar with certain scale shapes, you can have an idea of what they would be doing. For the third thing, you may not be able to play it note for note, and that's okay. It's the idea that you're sitting down, trying to learn something by ear, and you still learn some cool licks that you never would have learned before, even if you looked up the guitar tabs. Because when you listen to it and see what he's playing, and you try and mimic that, I think you learn way more that way. And for the fourth thing, write down what you're learning. I started to write down everything, but I didn't get as far as I wanted to because the solo was pretty hard. So I hope you enjoyed this week's video. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. I'll tag the link to this video down in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week. And as always, keep on playing. That is really cool. I'm really glad I learned that part.